Today I'm going to show you how I sew buttonholes and attach the buttons with my sewing machine. So I have both of my placket pieces cut out and I have attached lightweight interfacing onto the wrong side of both pieces. And then I will press them both so that I have a nice crease. The first thing we want to do is to mark where we want our buttonholes to go. So just use a ruler and some type of marking pen. I use these roller chalk pencils and just mark right where you want your buttonholes to start. For right now, we're not going to worry about the second piece where the buttons will attach, just the buttonhole. So my machine has a button right here that you push, so it will automatically do the buttonholes for me. The first thing I need to do is to put in my buttonhole foot. It's got a cord that will plug in right up here, and then you adjust this dial so that it is lined up with the white section, and it will automatically, this reel will measure out the length that you have it set for your buttonhole. This is what my machine looks like, so you can see the settings that I have. I have chosen the buttonhole option down here, which says it up here also. I've also chosen the stretch medium because I'm using a French terry, and it shows it up here. It's got all of my settings ready for me for the buttonhole. It tells me which needle and which foot to use. And then I had to adjust for the size that my button is, which is an 18. So I have my buttonholes sewn in. If you look at them and they're not where you want them to be, you can just take your seam ripper and rip them out. As long as you do that before you cut the holes open, it will be fine. Once you have them where you want them, you want to cut very carefully in the middle. So you can use tiny scissors, you can use an X-Acto knife, whatever suits you. I have this little straight edge knife and it works good for me. I just use a cutting board and I just cut right in the middle, just like that, making sure I don't get any of my threads. So that I have it open like that. Okay, so now that we have our buttonholes sewn in, we want to mark where we're gonna put our buttons. So I overlap my two placket pieces, and then I will take my marking pen again and just put it inside and mark the center of the buttonhole so that it will go through to my button placket piece. And then I have my marks there. Okay, so I have my button in place. I've lowered my needle down into one of the holes just to make sure it's lined up properly, and I have lowered my shank to hold it in place, and now I'm going to sew it on. And there is my finished placket.